Hello, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yemisi Adedeji. Welcome to Immigrant Voices and Victories. This is part two of this episode where we've been talking to Andrew, who is a data analyst here in the UK. He transitioned after he finished his master's degree into his professional career as a data analyst. He's also a recipient of the Global Talent Visa, and he was endorsed by Technician. We interviewed Dr. Sam on our second episode on Immigrant Voices and Victories. He was endorsed through the academia route and by the Royal Society as an engineer. But we have Andrew here, who was endorsed by Technician as a data analyst. So you see, we're bringing you different aspects of the Global Talent Visa, and we're going to have another person who is also a global talent. So this is all about, sharing different personal journeys. So let's go to Global Talent. Congratulations on your Global Talent Visa. It is not easy to have global talent. So we're going to talk all about global talent. Tell us, give us the gist. How did you get Global Talent Visa?
First of all, I want to give God, Almighty, the glory because He made it possible. Another thing is hard work. First of all, what prompted me to apply for this Global Talent Visa? I don't know if you heard about the layoffs that happened recently. That's one reason. Most of the staff, it's not that they committed anything or they were not efficient, but it just happened, and it's really affected many people, their immigration status, and some people had to leave the country because if you are being sponsored by a company and if you lose the job after is it 3 months or 60 days or so, you'll be requested to leave the country. So another thing, the flexibility the Global Talent Visa gives, because before coming to the UK, I had my company registered with CSC, and at the long run, I would want to be able to start something. So I needed that flexibility. First of all, I looked at the different routes, right? Because you have the academia route, you have the art and culture route, and you also have the technician route. These are endorsement bodies, people that can endorse you. So I looked at those routes. I said, I don't have any evidence for the art and culture routes. So I was looking at the academia and the technician route. I discovered that, okay, I have some publication and I've been teaching, right? I've been volunteering, I've been teaching people how to do code and all of that. And also looked at the technician work. I discovered that I have more chances, of getting endorsed if I go through the technician route, because the academia really favor all these top lecturers. If you are a lecturer, fully into academics, it really favor you. So, but this one is a combination of everything. Yeah, I told myself, yeah, I have a year, but when I looked at the criteria, the technician guideline, man, it was really, really overwhelming. I told myself, no, I can't get this. I was a little bit demoralized, right? So I didn't really go for it. But when I saw somebody, because I like connecting with people, networking with people on LinkedIn and stuff like that, I saw somebody that, shared that he has been endorsed through the technician endorsement. I looked at the person profile. I told myself, I can get this. If this person can get this thing, I can get it now. What is happening? I summoned that courage. That thing really encouraged me. That's why sometimes I try to share my testimonies online. It's not that I'm trying to brag. When I saw it, it really encouraged me. I reached out to the person, but man, the amount the person got to maybe help me prepare the documents, and all of that, even to speak to me was really that, difficult. But I didn't allow that to, demoralize me, right? Because I looked at the person's LinkedIn profile. I told myself, if this person can get this, I can get it. Because
Oh.
I know I've done so many things, I've made positive impact. Because Tech Nation wants to see the impact of your work. That's what they are looking at for, right? I told myself, yeah, I've made impact. So I went back again. I started reading it. I started going to researching, watching people's video, right? People that have done it. I discovered that there are so many other people that have done it. There are so many other videos online, talking about how to, gather evidence, how to, go about the whole thing, all of that. In fact, I'm the pioneer president for BCS, British Computer Society, my university. I told myself that I've got some evidence that can help get me endorsed, So I decided to go for it. I applied, got endorsed. Immediately I got endorsed, then I applied for the visa. You understand? So normally, what you do is that there are three major criteria. One, the mandatory criteria, and we have two optional criterias, right? So some of the things I use were the impact of my work, what I've done in the industry, right? So I've built some softwares that are helping. I've worked with different companies, and also the voluntary works I've done, right? Like teaching youths, kids how to code using Python and other programming languages, and also my leadership positions as well. So these are like some of the evidence that I used. So yeah, thankfully I summoned that courage, applied, and got the endorsement. And even from the time, like I got my UK Global Talent Visa in June, and from June till now, I have helped so many people get endorsed because there are some clauses that people don't look at, right? There are little mistakes people do that make them to be rejected, right? So like people using the term consultant, they don't want to see it, yeah, because that will automatically disqualify someone, right? And the person giving you recommendation letter must have known you for not less than 12 months, right? So, and for the person to qualify, for people to be able to recommend you, they must be C-level executives in their job. You understand? And
Yeah.
if they have online profile, that will go a long way in helping as well. So these are some of the things, people should look at, And to be honest, the UK Global Talent Visa is actually the best visa one can have. I mean visa, not the people that have ILR and British citizenship. Those ones are the big fish. But for visa categories, right, the UK Global Talent Visa is actually the best visa because of the flexibility it gives. You can actually start your own company and you can actually work from different employers. You are not restricted, right?
Restricted.
So, and so many other, benefits. Yeah, that
Wow, that's so
brings.
good. So did you use the talent or the promise? Was yours promise or talent?
Mine was promise, right?
Okay.
Because yeah, that's another good question, right? How do you decide on the category to you want to go for? If your experience is 5 years below, right, you should go for promise. And if your relevant work experience is what from 5 years upwards, if you have more than 5 years relevant work experience, you should go for talent. So I looked at those things. I said, okay, my relevant work experience is just within 5 years. So that's why I went for the promise. And yeah, I got it.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
So there you have it. For Tech Nation, you can either be a global talent or you can be a promising talent with the
Yes.
technician, and your experiences will always count. And so if you reach out to somebody, I think this is a very good lesson to learn from Andrew. Sometimes we can be discouraged when we reach out to people online and they don't respond. You're like, wow. So it was good that you were able to summon courage to do it yourself. And here you are today. You have your global talent visa and you're also helping others. So did you get your role as a data analyst before applying for the global talent visa, or you got
No.
your role after?
Yeah. While I was doing my master's, right, my first data analyst role I got after signing the contracts and everything, right? A few days to the start date, I got a call telling me that, sorry, I cannot do the job because they want somebody that can work full time. Right. Then I was about to go for my internship because we have opportunity to do like 3 months internship. So I tried to explain to them that I'll be able to work full time this time, but they refused. But that did not demoralize me. I started applying for other jobs as well. So I got other two jobs. So I
Mm.
got my two data analyst roles while I was doing my master's.
Wow, that's good. So were they going to sponsor your visas for those two jobs that you
Yeah,
got?
yeah. The first one, there is no sponsorship, right? So, but the second one, yeah, it came with a sponsorship, right?
Wow.
In fact, yeah, my job with Accenture, it came with sponsorship. Yeah, it's a very popular company, multinational company. Like I mentioned, I needed that like flexibility. That's why I decided, even when I know that yes, I've got a job with sponsorship, but I don't just want to be restricted, right? So I needed that, flexibility and all of that. That's why I
Wow.
went for the global talent visa. Yeah.
Wow. So you got a double blessing. You had a job that was going to sponsor your visa, and then you had your global talent visa as well. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So did you change directly from your student visa to your global talent visa after you finished? Did you take the student graduate visa before transferring to your global talent visa? How did your transition go?
Like I mentioned, right, when I saw the guidelines, like the criteria for getting endorsed, it was really overwhelming. So I didn't really summon that courage to apply immediately, right, while I was doing my master's, right. I had to switch to the post-study visa. A few months while I was still in the post-study visa, I just summoned that courage, then applied. So I switched
Wow.
from my post study to the UK global talent visa. Yeah,
Wow. That's
yeah,
good.
because the start date of that job with Accenture that comes with sponsorship was a bit far. Like I started a job in September, but I got the global talent visa before that September.
Wow. So you had a bit
September
of
last.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think it's also good to note here that it's good to plan ahead. You knew, oh, this was what you wanted, and you knew, okay, I could use my post study visa to buy some time while you worked at your goal. Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. So that means some of your student experiences were useful in your global talent application.
Sure, sure, definitely. Some of the things I did while I was studying my master's were really helpful, right? Like I got so many awards from different reputable organizations. I got award from BCS. I got award from Manchester Volunteer Center. I got award from the Lord Mayor of Manchester for some of the work I've been doing. Those things were really helpful, even for bringing BCS, Chartered Institute for IT. This is a body in charge of IT in the whole of the UK. While I was in Nigeria, right, I was a member of NACOS and NACOMS, National Association of Computer Engineering Students, right? I was the assistant secgen, right? That community really helped so many of us learn how to navigate through this interview process in the UK and also gain the necessary skills. Because that's another thing, employers are looking out for. If you don't have, proof that, okay, you've done something of this nature, or you can do this, right? Even when you tell them that you can do it, they want to see a proof if you have done something similar, right? So always try and build your portfolio. That really helped the portfolio, I bet, over the years, so that really helps me a lot. Yeah,
Wow.
I would say it.
So if you're doing your
Yeah, it
master's,
helps.
you have it. We had Dr. Sam who had a PhD before he was endorsed, but this is someone who just came in for a 1-year master's, and in that 1 year, with his experience from Nigeria and also getting involved in his university and joining his professional society, starting the society even in his own university. All of this just put itself together as a package for him to improve or add to his global talent application. So if you're out there and you're a master student that you're just setting out and you're thinking of the global talent visa, there is nothing God cannot do. Start
Sure.
start gathering your experiences. Start now. Tomorrow might be too late. Get involved with the different activities. I'm sure with all these activities, that's how you got maybe your supervisor or whoever to be interested in recommending you, isn't
Sure,
it?
sure. Yeah. I'm a very friendly person, right? And I like networking, making new friends. That really helps. Networking is very, very important in this, right? Network with people. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. Network with people because you don't know who will be helpful tomorrow. Like I always tell people, be helpful as well. No, don't just expect to receive all the time. Be able to give out. The networking really helps. People I've worked with when I was in Nigeria, right? I got some people there. And also while I was here, people I've worked with, I do a lot of research in data science research, artificial intelligence research, and all of that. So I had so many collaborators. Some people say that it's difficult for them to get recommenders. But me, I got access. I got 8 recommendation letters when I only
Wow.
needed 3. So yeah,
Yeah.
because I had that
Wow.
network, right? Even people we are like glad to, give me that recommendation letter. You understand? So like it was really, really helpful. It's good to have that network with people. Feel free to, reach out.
So put yourself out there, network with people. It would always help. If you're thinking of applying for the global talent visa in the nearest future, start building your evidences, start networking with people. Wow, wow, wow. What is your typical day like as a data analyst?
Okay. As a data analyst, my job role currently at Accenture is analytics analyst. And one of the good things that made me decide to work for Accenture is because it's a very big company, a multinational company. I believe that working for a multinational company will give me the opportunity to work with people from different locations, from different backgrounds, so working for clients from different locations also. So that will help me be diversified and also, make more impact in the world at large. So we provide solution for different firms, different organization, both for government, private sector, and all of that, right? In fact, every day comes with its own challenge. Yeah, and that's what I want. You always see different challenge that will make you learn. So actually depends on your projects. So today you can be assigned to build a model, a speech synthesis system for a particular organization, right? Which can maybe help them in their customer service or implementing 1 or 2 AI system or even building a machine learning model in a particular industry. Tomorrow you are off from that to another one, right? So every day comes with its own like challenge. You
Wow.
just have to be open to learn, open to do the job. The good thing is that the Google it should be your friend, right? Nobody is an island. Like nobody is perfect. Like if you jump into what you don't know what to do, feel free to ask questions. Start from asking questions, then, but you don't have to ask foolish questions, right? You need to like make efforts. So if it's now difficult, yeah. So and also build a good network of
Mm,
people in any project. You have your team, right? Try
mhm.
to work with your team, effectively. That will really help. So I would say, yeah, every day comes with its own challenge.
Wow, wow, awesome. Every day comes with its own challenge. Wow, wow, wow. This has been a powerful interview so far. It's been packed with so much nuggets, so much, wisdom from Andrew. He's shared his personal journey with us. He's given us quite a lot of tips about life, about work, about how to balance. And then as we begin to round up this interview, I just wanted to ask, have you in any way faced any kind of racism since you came into this country?
Racism. I don't know if I should call that racism or not, right? Yeah, I've seen like people not being friendly, right? But I always tell myself that every challenge is there to charge me for a positive change, right?
Mm,
So I've not imposed like experience called racism, right? But I've experienced some people when they notice that maybe you are not a person of their color, right? They tend to behave somehow, right? But the good thing is that when they see that you are good at what you do, they tend to change, right? They tend to be friendly. So that's my advice for people. If somebody is being racist on you, try to prove them wrong. Try to show them reasons why they should embrace you. So that's the
that means do
little I
your
can say.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
put
know.
in your best, and prove them wrong. In every 12 there will be Judas, right? So always
Yes.
try to, let your work speak for you, right?
Wow,
And God, I'm sorry, I'm a Christian, so I also
I
have to
am.
put God in whatever I do, and God
Yes.
always perfects everything for me. Yeah,
Wow,
that's it.
awesome. That's quite a tricky one. The British people are very lovely people, very welcoming. It's quite a liberal society. People do what they want, and all that. But there are lots of people or some people that have faced one form of racism or the other. But the bottom line of it is prove yourself. Color is not your identity. Who you
Sure.
are is your identity. And I just love it. I love that when you say every challenge is a chance. Sorry,
Is
every
is there
challenge
is there to
every
charge us for a
challenge is
positive
there
change?
to charge you for a positive change. And I just love that. And as we round up on this interview, I just want to ask you, what is your advice to other immigrants out there, either those who want to apply for global talent through the Tech Nation, or those who have just arrived the UK studying, or any immigrant out there, what is your advice?
Yeah, I would say that you should not be overwhelmed by what you hear or what you see, right? Initially, I was overwhelmed when I looked at the criteria, right? In fact, on the course of helping people to get endorsed, most of the people I've helped were also overwhelmed, right? But don't allow that to what demoralize you, right?
Mm.
Someone that courage. I always tell people to do it afraid because I did it afraid. I was afraid when I started. The day I got endorsed, I said, wow, wow, thank God I summoned this courage. So summon courage, even in your job search, summon courage, prepare yourself very well, right? Prepare yourself. And see, let me tell you, it comes with its own sacrifice as well. On the course of preparing for job, I canceled some shifts because I was doing some other menial jobs then, right? But I told myself that for this interview coming, I need to smash it, right? I canceled some shifts. In fact, it really affected me financially. Like at a point, I didn't even have enough money to pay house rent and other bills, right? But that's the pain I have to go through in order to, achieve it. There are little sacrifice. Tell yourself, and the conscience is the voice of God in man. In every interview, be at the right mindset. Tell yourself, what do I need in order to smash this? Do I need to go to the company's website, read through, go on LinkedIn, check what they are doing, check their recent updates, right? Connect with them. In fact, that's another thing I do. If I happen to know, like if I apply for any job, I start, connecting with people working in that company and all of that, right? Connect with them, let them know, like, yeah, you are interested in this, right? Even if you get rejection, don't allow that rejection to weigh you down. Most people that have got jobs, if they tell you how many rejections they got before they got the job they have, you'll be surprised. So don't be demoralized. Summon courage and don't allow these hurdles of life to weigh you down. That's applicable in job hunt and also in the global talent. They say, and ask questions, right? You on the course of asking questions, you will see someone that will be willing to help, right? Yeah, even if it means paying a token in order to get the advice, but not for people that will tell you to bring, £4,000, £3,000, and all of that. You understand? How you know somebody that want to genuinely help you is what people that maybe even without asking what they could give you little advice, right? Or like what I do for people, I give them little advice, but if it's gonna take time, that's when I charge a token. Guess what? If I tell you, you even laugh, right? Yeah. If it's gonna take much time for us to like dig into, your evidence, your profile, to dig out evidence and help you prepare and all of that, and go review your documents, that's when I charge and all of that. You understand? So that's just it. Keep pushing. One day you have your testimony. Thank you.
Wow. Keep pushing. One day you will have your testimony. Do it afraid. I love all those phrases. Come on. Do it afraid. Keep pushing. One day you have your testimony. Every challenge is there to charge you for a positive change. If you've heard
Yes.
nothing in this interview, those three catchy words should put you to flight for the whole of 2024. Thank you so much, Andrew, for coming on here to share your
Thank you.
personal journey. There you go again. Another success story, lots of rejections, lots of failure, lots of challenges. But what makes us who we are is the challenges we face, is how we overcome them, and how we come out strong on the other side. And that's why Immigrant Voices and Victories is here to encourage you by all these personal journeys of different immigrants, to tell you that you are the next big thing to happen. And we are so excited because we are going to be celebrating you. I mean, yes, you. We're going to be celebrating
Sure.
you soon. Thank you so much, Andrew, for coming on board here. Guess what? We met on Twitter Space, and that is how to
Sure.
connect. We
Sure.
met on the Nigeria in the UK Twitter Space. One of those days
Yes.
when they were talking about global talent, and we private chatted each other. Oh, a global talent recipient. And here we are today. He's
Sure.
sharing his global
What
talent
a small
personal
world.
story. Yes. So that's how you network. That's how you connect with people. And I'm so excited. And so if you're not on the Nigeria and the UK Twitter space, go and find it on Twitter and join there. There are loads of Nigerians on there. I'm sure Loma of Debbie will be excited that we're advertising Nigeria and the UK
Sure.
on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Andrew. So
Thank you so
subscribe,
much.
like, share this video, and another Aba person in the UK. All those Aba made.
Waba.
Wamba. Now, Aba brother be this, so
Aba boys, feel free to reach out. I'm willing to help.
and please, you can hear it.
I'm not
Reach
only Aba
out.
boys anyway.
Yes, so not only about boys, please, everyone
Yeah.
can reach out. Connect with Andrew on LinkedIn. He's on LinkedIn and he's so happy to help at any time. Thank you so much, Andrew, for coming here today. Connect, subscribe, like, share. More episodes of Immigrant Voices and Victories are on the way. Stay connected. God bless you. No limits. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you.
Bye.